Do your vocal register transitions sometimes feel like breaks, abrupt, difficult to coordinate, especially in faster passages? You are not alone. Many singers have one vocal registration that feels more automatic and another that feels less practiced, almost like forehand and backhand in tennis. One of the best ways to improve register transitions is to practice moving between those forehand and backhand coordinations with agility. And this week's warm-up is designed to help you practice just that. Hello there, wonderful singers, and welcome to your COVO vocal exercise routine of the week. My name is Dr. Julia Nielsen, and I'm the founder of COVO, short for Community Vocalizing, where our mission is to advance singers' vocal health, fitness, and longevity by providing creative vocal exercise routines. This month is Agility Month at COVO, and one of the elements of vocal agility that we've been exploring is the ability to change melodic direction quickly and accurately, depending on where a shifting melodic pattern might sit in a singer's range. That directional change may also involve a register transition. So today's workout is designed to help you practice moving smoothly and efficiently between your vocal registers. Whether you call this switch from chest to head voice, from chest voice to mixed voice, from full voice to falsetto, the basic idea is the same, shifting from a thicker vocal cord configuration to a thinner one, or vice versa. In our first exercise, we will sing increasingly large descending intervals. Now, you can choose any vowel that feels comfortable for you. Closed vowels like E and U will usually make register transitions feel smoother, while more open vowels like A and E may make those transitions feel bumpier. So you can decide how much challenge you'd like to give yourself today. So pick a vowel. You can always change your mind later. And let's try this slowly. I'm going to use the E vowel. Let's do that again slowly. Sopranos and altos, you may notice more obvious register transitions in the final few low notes. It might even feel like a break or a yodel. And in fact, that's part of the purpose of the exercise. We are practicing agile movement between those forehand and backhand coordinations. Tenors and basses singing in the lower octave. You may experience this less as a register shift and more like a shift between lighter and heavier chest or full voice coordinations. So one final tip, manage your breath pressure carefully on the descending notes. If too much breath surges, on the low notes, the voice can feel like it crashes downwards instead of settling gently into the lower pitch. Next, we are going to turn this exercise upside down and sing increasingly large ascending intervals. Again, you can choose your vowel. This time I'm going to choose the O vowel. So let's try that together slowly. Let's try that again. Now, for my sopranos and altos, this version may feel even more yodely, since the low anchor note will likely be sung in chest voice coordination before quickly transitioning into the head voice for the upper notes. So just try not to carry that heavier coordination upward for too long. In classical singing, chest voice is not typically sustained very high in range, so this exercise again gives us a chance to practice agile movement between those backhand and forehand coordinations. Tenors and basses singing an octave lower may experience this differently, but as the exercise moves higher by half steps, some lower voices may eventually find themselves transitioning into falsetto, which again is not only fine, but it's part of the purpose of the exercise. Let's try. Now, let's sing these two parts together. We're going to speed up just a little bit, and please feel free to change vowels at the halfway point. A little faster. Great job. This exercise is really difficult, but believe me, it does get smoother with practice. Next, we will tackle a fascinating historical exercise by Manuel Garcia Jr., who was one of the most influential voice teachers of the 19th century. Exercises like this one remind us how important Agile register transitions were considered to be. During this bel canto era, singers were expected to practice switching quickly between vocal registrations so that over time, the transitions could become smoother and more unified. Now, for this exercise, all voice categories will sing in the same octave. Sopranos and altos will alternate between what you probably call chest voice and head voice, or lower mixed voice, while tenors and basses will alternate between chest voice and falsetto, like this. Now, I will show you Garcia's original printed version of this exercise so you can appreciate just how old this training transition really is. So here you can see the French word for chest right here, poitrine. That's for the low notes. And the French word for falsetto up here, fossé, fossé, on the high notes. And do you notice the number of the exercise? This was number 4. That means this was the 4th exercise in the book. If this were the 4th exercise that I gave many of my voice students, I think that they would run away and never come back. But we're going to give it a try on the ah vowel, which will likely make the registration change most obvious. Try it if you dare. That is really difficult. Do not worry if you are finding it difficult to stay in tune. As you noticed, I do too. So let's try that again. Now, for many singers, the upper note may feel quite low. For head voice or falsetto, you may even be tempted to sing the entire thing in chest or full voice. Or you may not feel a very obvious register transition at all. That's normal. This switching back and forth, forehand, backhand, this is actually quite an advanced coordination exercise. But if you really don't feel any sensation of switching as you sing the ascending interval, you can experiment with widening the interval from a third to a fifth. Or you can sing the bottom note on and the top note on ooh. This may help encourage the coordination to flip more easily into head voice or falsetto. So here we go. This is your forehand, backhand drill. If you're feeling some yodeling, again, that's the whole purpose. But the more you can control and regulate your air pressure, the smoother the changes become. This is as high as we're going to go. Great job. Thanks for giving that a try. I hope that this routine showed you how to practice smoother, more efficient movement between your thicker and thinner vocal cord coordinations that we often call chest and head registers, those vocal forehand and backhand coordinations. If you enjoyed this exercise routine, we've got more for you. Every week, we host 2 30-minute live vocal workouts on Zoom, and we would love to have you join us. These sessions are absolutely free. We meet on Zoom every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and details on how to request our free Zoom link are in the description below. If you want to make sure that you don't miss any new Kovo warm-up routines, you can subscribe to the channel or use the link below to have each new vocal exercise routine of the week delivered directly to your email inbox. And finally, singers, remember, regular vocal exercise is crucial for your vocal health, fitness, and longevity. Every time you show up at Kovo, you're going to get a creative vocal workout, expert coaching, and a community of friends to practice with. We'll see you there.